So today is the last Sunday of Forgive Everything. And it's been a great month. It's been a great month for me to really involve myself in this idea of forgiveness, and forgive everything. So I want to do a little recap. On week 1, we talked about getting off the cross. How many of you have gotten off the cross this month? Good hands. So have you taken yourself down off the cross? Have you decided that it's just not worth it to be crucified anymore? It's not as much fun. Trust me, I've done it many times. So, what I said was in that first week was that it's time to forgive all the stuff we've been carrying around for way too long. And it's an active thing for you to literally forgive all the stuff you've been carrying around for way too long. And it's interesting. Since I decided to do that this month and really go back and literally say, okay, what do I need to forgive? What's still in me that I'm still holding on to? You'd be surprised. Maybe you haven't, because if you've done it too this month, you must have felt how so much stuff just came up and said, don't forget me, because you can forgive me now. Lots of stuff. Even this morning, as I was looking over these notes, something came up and I went, unbelievable that you are still there. Really? Don't you ever have those moments you're like, I forgave you. No, you didn't. I'm still here. All right, I'll forgive you again. No, really forgive me. Don't just do lip service. Forgive me. So, that was week 1. Week 2 was I am. Getting in there and forgiving myself. Not all the other people and all the things that have happened in my life, but literally forgiving myself for anything I needed to forgive. Getting in there, forgiving myself. And then one of the things I said that week was, I am who I think I am, but is who I think I am equal to who I truly am? So we think we are someone, but is it really equal to God? I mean, are we really equal to this idea of I am? I am God. And last week was about mistaken identity. And I read the Ernest Holmes quote, man is an identity in the universe, a center of God consciousness. Man is an identity in the universe, a center of God consciousness. And I would like to add to that. Man is an identity in the universe, a center of God consciousness. So act accordingly. Do we always act from that place of understanding who we are? Do we always act from a place of a clean slate, knowing that I am God? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So the talk title today is The Art of Letting Go. The Art of Letting Go. And when I went over the lyrics to the song, I really began to understand why that song came up today. The Art of Letting Go. I want to start, though, with the word forgive. What does it mean? There's 3 definitions in the Merriam-Webster, which is, 1, to stop feeling anger towards someone or something. Forgiveness, to stop feeling anger towards someone or something. So in other words, letting go of all the energy you have around something that deals with someone else or some event. The second one is to stop feeling anger about someone or something. That means about the situation, all the stuff that has to do with the thing that needs to be forgiven. And then the third one, to stop requiring payment of money owed. To forgive a debt. To stop requiring payment for money owed. So today, we're going to conclude this month of Forgive Everything. Has anybody been challenged with the word everything? I know, because I've met some of you. And a lot of times people say to me, you know, really, James, Reverend James, depending on how formal you are, really, James, forgive everything? Is that really wise? Yes, it really is. I was buying protein powder at a health store 2 days ago. And the woman, we got to talking. Somehow she asked me what my spirituality was, what my philosophy was. And I told her, and she had this look on her face, and she was a big bodybuilding woman, so she scared me. And she just looked at me and she said, is this one of those frou-frou, la-la land religions that's like love everyone? And I said, I'll go you one better. Our vision statement is love everyone, love only, forgive everything. And she went, She said, really? Forgive everything? I said, yes. She said, so it is. You guys are like one of those everybody, love everybody, love everybody. And then I said to her, I said, no, that's not what forgiveness means to me. And then we did have a discussion about it, but I won't tell you what I said to her because I'm about to say it here. So, to stop requiring payment of money owed. Forgive everything. Stop requiring payment. Here's the deal. Let go of what you get out of the anger. What do you get out of it? Because that's your payment. Forgiveness means let go of the payment due. Let go of the thing that you think you need by being angry and resentful and holding on to the unforgiveness. There's your payment. There's a payment in all of this. What do I get out of being stubborn? What do I get out of being, closed off? What do I get by not forgiving you for what you have done? What do I get? There's a payoff. So that last one really got me. To forgive the debt. Forgive what I get paid. Trust. So let me go to the song, Trust. In order to let go, we have to be willing to trust in something bigger than that which needs forgiving. We have to be willing to trust in something that is much bigger than the thing we're holding on to. So, in the last week, this weekend was a very challenging weekend for me. I had decided I didn't want to teach another actor the role, this huge role in the light bulb, that it would take me longer to teach an actor how to fit into this production than to just step into it myself. That was my first mistake. But it wasn't a mistake, because there are no mistakes, right, Reverend Susan?
That's right.
Yeah. So, I decided to just step in because, of course, in my mind, I can do anything quickly and effortlessly and easily. And so, of course, I waited to really memorize it because I thought I knew it. I thought, I'll memorize this little by little. And I was on a plane for 12 hours last week, so I memorized. And then, of course, as we got towards Friday, it was Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I find out that my put-in is canceled, so I won't get a full rehearsal put-in. And then I start memorizing it, and I'm trying to memorize the lines, and I show up to the little rehearsal before the show Friday night, and oh my God, do you ever have that moment where your mind just goes blank? You say your first word, and you go, nothing. And I'm like trying to remember it, and the poor actors are looking at me like, well, you're going to be fun. So I'm doing and I thought, and I'm saying to myself, absolutely not. I am going to do this show. I will know it. And I'm doing all my spiritual mind treatment work, and I'm saying, God knows everything. God knows everything. Every word that is written in this play is known by God, just not by me, apparently. But God knows it, so I will know it when the time comes. However, just to prove that I didn't really trust that, I made sure the script was on my iPhone. And my iPhone's in the play, so I had it right with me. And Linda knows because she was here Friday night. So I started, and I thought, I'll be fine. God knows everything. God knows everything. God knows everything. I said my first line perfectly. It's like 3 words. Perfectly. I said the second line, and I didn't get it correct. I went into the monologue. I said about 4 lines, and I went, that's it. I need the phone. And I grabbed the phone. And I didn't trust. Because I really didn't trust that God knew. And here's the thing about forgiveness. The minute I made my first mistake, which was pretty quickly in the show, the minute I made my first mistake, I didn't forgive myself. And I got this huge lesson in forgiveness. And I was like, oh my God, every time I hold on to something and don't forgive, I have just cluttered up a part of my mind that doesn't allow that which needs to come through to come through. So think about how much unforgiveness you may have in your mind and how much is trying to come through, but it can't get past the unforgiveness. So I used my phone that night. And I wasn't happy about using my phone that night. I really wasn't. And I kept not forgiving myself as I went through the show. And I did get through it. And I was still pretty awesome. But if I do say so myself, I thought it was monumental that I got through it. Thank you, Linda. That I got through it. And I had friends here, and they were like, oh my God, we didn't even notice that I'm reading a phone. So on Saturday when I woke up, what a difference a day makes. On Saturday when I woke up, I decided to throw out that crutch and really believe that God knows what it knows through me, as me. And that if I make a mistake, oh well. And I can honestly say, last night I had a great time. And I threw away my phone, except for the one little speech that he's supposed to read on the phone, so that makes perfect sense. And the whole time I kept saying, wow, if I'd have done this for the first 58 years of my life, forgiving everything as it happens. As it happens. Was that loud enough? Forgive everything as it happens. Because it doesn't then bottle you up. It doesn't clog you up. Forgive everything means, I got to add it to that. Forgive everything as it happens. Don't wait until someone deserves your forgiveness, because they never do. I mean that humorously and truthfully. They never do deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about deserving. Forgiveness is about being. It's an action. It's an activity of your mind. So, trust. The art of letting go. The only way you can truly let go is when you honestly believe and know that there is something to let go into. And I think a lot of the time we have trouble letting go, we have trouble forgiving, because we don't believe in the something bigger than that which needs to be forgiven. So it really, again, becomes a crisis of faith. So, I found this great reading. It's from a place called the Greater Good Science Center at the University of Berkeley. And I want to read this to you because, well, I'm going to read it to you. Psychologists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. So it's never about whether someone deserves your forgiveness. Frankly, the question is, do you deserve forgiveness? When there's something in you that you feel you have been done wrong. Anybody ever been done wrong? It's not about forgiving the done wronger. It's about you understanding that you deserve your forgiveness. You deserve to let it go. You deserve a life that is clear and free and easy and creative and flowing and passionate and successful and prosperous. And every time you refuse to forgive, you're stopping it. That's why when Edwene Gaines comes here and she talks about tithing, people talk to me all the time. They say, I'm tithing. I went, did you listen to her? Tithing, yes. Give 10% for her. Give 10%. Tithe. Give that which you are back. And forgiveness is a huge part of that equation. It's not just about I'm willing to give. It's about I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to release. So, going on with the reading, he says, just as important as defining what forgiveness is, though, is understanding what forgiveness is not. Experts who study or teach forgiveness make clear that when you forgive, and this is what I told the woman at the health place, when you forgive, you do not gloss over or deny the seriousness of the offense against you. This is not La La Land, you stick your head in the sand and pretend it's all fine. Oh, I forgive you. No, that's not what it is. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning or excusing offenses. Though forgiveness can help repair a damaged relationship, it doesn't obligate you to reconcile with the person who harmed you or release them from legal accountability. Instead, forgiveness brings the forgiver peace of mind and frees him or her from corrosive anger. While there is some debate over whether true forgiveness requires positive feelings towards the offender, experts agree that it at least involves letting go of deeply held negative feelings. In that way, it empowers you to recognize the pain you suffered without letting that pain define you, enabling you to heal and move on with your life. Without letting whatever it is define you. Have you ever been in a situation where someone has done you wrong, or there's been something that just went in such a bad way that it suddenly becomes the entire essence of your being? where whatever that is, just it manipulates your mind. It fills your mind. It's all you're thinking about. And that's all that you can think about. So that's what it means by defining you. It takes hold of you. And today I want to talk about the art of letting go, which means to trust that you never, ever, ever again, say it again, ever again, need to let anything define you other than two words. You know what they are? Apparently not. I am. That's it. They're the two words, the I am. And so every time there's something comes along that you just feel you can't forgive, you're basically doing something to yourself, not to the other person. So, without letting it define you, and I love this, forgive and move on with your life. That's really why forgive everything is so important. Anything that stops you or me from being who we are. Friday night, you know what? I'm not going to get down on myself. I thought I did a really great job Friday night. Yes, I used my iPhone. I know that. But I also knew that I didn't trust myself enough. You know, and I knew that. But I did trust myself last night. And the difference between Friday night and Saturday night's performance was that Saturday night, everything came through me. Friday night, I was bringing it through me. And as Mark sang, and as Jason said this morning, there's something in us that is really ready to lead the way. If we are willing to get out of the way. And getting out of the way means to forgive everything. Because it means you have to get out of the way anything in your mind that you are still holding on to, even if it's judgment of yourself for the past. Let it go. And again, the art of that, the art of letting go is intrinsically linked to trusting. David Friedman said, trust the wind. The wind for me is spirit. Trust the energy, trust the flow, trust the passion, trust the creativity, trust the success, trust prosperity, trust that all that God is, I am. Forgive everything. The answer to that really is yes, because I trust that there is something bigger than the everything. Forgive everything, because there is something bigger than the everything. If I can ask the band to come back up, and Mr. Blaisdell. This is a very important month, truly. And I was unaware of some things that I needed to forgive in my own life. And I've had the opportunity to do that this month, as well as all of you have. And I hope you have taken this month as an opportunity to do this. If you haven't, do it now. Start now. Forgiveness is an amazing cleanser. And when you are cleansed, when you are open, when you are free to just let it all come out, then things like this happen.
Thing to give away, and the last thing on your mind today, it always goes to those who don't deserve. It's the opposite of how you feel when the pain they caused is just too real. It takes everything you have to say the word forgiveness. Forgiveness. Flies in the face of all your pride, but it moves away the mad inside. It's always anger's own worst enemy. Even when the jury and the judge say you got a right to hold a grudge, it's that whisper in your ear saying, set it free. Forgiveness. 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 Show me how to love the unlovable. Show me how to reach the It'll clear the bitterness away. It can even set a prisoner free. There is no end to what its power can do. So let it go and be amazed by what you see through eyes of grace, 'cause the prisoner that it really frees is you. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Show me how to love the unlovable. Show me how to reach the unreachable. Help me now to do the impossible. Forgiveness. I want to really set it free. To show me how to see what your mercy sees. Help me now to give what you gave to me. Forgiveness. 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 Woo! Yeah.
Brad Blaisdell. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Brad. So, that's it. I'm done. I don't have a closer. He's my closer. Forgive everything. This has been a great month. Thank you for taking this journey with me. So I invite you all to take a deep breath.